What is up, guys? Okay, this is Jeff. We're going to take a look at how to do a fresh start using the Harley Quinn Wizard to update your build. So I'm going to go through this relatively quick, I think, and try to be as detailed as possible and explain what a fresh start is. So first, we are going to go all the way over to the right in the menu to the update build area. We're going to drop down below that, go into the Harley Quinn Wizard. We are updating a Kodi build, so we are going to go into the Harley build menu. From here, honestly, it doesn't really matter if you're going to do a fresh start which one you choose. Kodi Wizard Fix is specifically only if you're going from Kodi 16 to Kodi 17. There is no other reason you should ever have to use this. Server 1. So we've got 3 different servers. I was having a problem for a few weeks on server 1, which is the server I've used forever. Server 2 is a new server, seems to be fast. Dinner is ready. Server 3 is a very tried and true server, but very slow, about 5 times as slow, but does seem to work. You can choose any of the 3 of these to update your build. I have a adult build right now. I'm going to change it to the family build. Like I said, at this point it doesn't really matter which one you choose, because to actually update the build we're going to have to do a second step. Do you want to run a fresh start? No, it's the whole point of the video, so we're going to say yes. Would you like to save in your login data? Honestly, I wish this worked. But in my testing, I've never gotten it to work correctly. So we're going to say no to saving our login data. Do you wish to restore Kodi to your Kodi configuration to default? We're going to say yes. Basically, it's asking permission to delete all the files with the exception of the Harley Quinn Wizard, which is what doing a fresh start is. Do you want to switch skins? Yes, we do have to switch skins because it will only do a fresh start in the skin that Kodi is originally configured on, because in doing a fresh start, it's going to delete the skin. It won't delete the original skin, but it'll delete the skin that I use. Switch skins. Alright, here it is deleting all the files. One thing I would say, all kinds of stuff going on outside the window today. One thing I will say is make sure your build is completely updated. If you just make sure everything's updated, you don't have anything going on in the background. If you do a fresh start after, like, let's say just installing a build, you know, there's 5 minutes worth of updating that's going to happen. If you try to remove all the files while updating is happening, you're going to get all kinds of weird errors. Dependencies not met and that kind of deal. And it can be very difficult process to deal with. So make sure your build is completely updated. You know, if you're not sure, leave it on for 5 minutes before you try to do the update or before you try to do the fresh start. Okay, so Fresh Start has deleted all the files with the exception of the Harley Quinn Wizard. So when we go back into it, the only thing basically, with the exception of vanilla Kodi, is going to be the Harley Quinn Wizard. Also, you may, if you happen to have somebody else's wizard on there, it may keep that as well if they use the same processes that we do. Okay, so now we're going to force close. We do have to force close in order for this to take correctly. And from here, we are just going to reopen Kodi. Okay, again, we're just going to let this play out for just a second. Even Kodi has updates that happen, so because we just wiped everything out, there are some processes that are still going on. So Probably a good idea to let it hang out for a minute. Yeah, but I'm probably not gonna. Okay, from here, you're gonna notice the menu's totally different. Maybe some of you have never seen this menu before, and can be a little scary. You think you screwed something up. So from here, we're gonna go find the Harley Quinn Wizard, and we're gonna reinstall the update. So we're gonna go down to add-ons, and then in program add-ons, the only thing that should be here is the Harley Quinn Wizard. It should be enough. Just in case, I'm going to show you another way. You can actually go to My Add-ons, and then you can go down here and find Program Add-ons, Harley Quinn Wizard. From here, the selections on the bottom, we're going to want to open. But most of you, from add-ons, you just go to the Harley Quinn Wizard and open it. So anyway, I guess I just wanted to show you that just in case you have some other add-ons that might have stayed installed, I guess. All right, so from here, Harley Quinn build menu is what we're going to go into. This time we are actually going to install the build. The difference between doing a fresh start and not doing a fresh start eliminates everything. You may find that, like, during Christmas, I use 5 or 6 pictures per section. Halloween, same. I tend to use more. Since I normally only use 3 or 4 pictures per section, the files don't get overwritten when I use less pictures. It only overwrites the amount of pictures that I use. So you may have had if you had a build that was on there for 6 or 7 months, you know, you may find that you've got a Halloween or you've got a couple Christmas pictures that pop up, or even some other random pictures if I happen not to name them the same thing. Anyway, so doing a fresh start eliminates everything, all the dead repos, all the dead add-ons. Only uses the add-ons and the repos that I currently use. All right, so from here we are back to the servers. Best option at this point is just do them in order. You know, do the first server first. If it doesn't work, you can go down to the second server. If that doesn't work, go to the third server. So I'm going to select the family build, server 1. Since we already did a fresh start, we don't want to do it again. That would be redundant. So we're going to say no to the fresh start. You can grab a beer if you like. All right, so from here, we're loading pretty quick. I am going to let this play out. I may jump back in. I may edit it out, but I'm going to shut up for a few minutes. All right, real quick here, guys. The download part is complete. The second part of this is the extraction, basically the unzipping and installing of the file. During this process, if you happen to get an error, which is very common, just hit continue. The error will usually be, you know, installing a picture file or something like that in an area where there is no file yet. Very, very common to happen. So if you get an error at this point, just hit continue. Don't hit cancel. You have to start over again, and you will get the same error the next time around. So again, if you get an error, just hit continue. If you get 3, 4, 5 errors, just hit continue. It generally speaking will be okay. It will generally rebuild those files. Very, 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 very seldom does it actually cause a real error. All right, and the extraction is complete. We're just going to say okay. Second question, do you want to force close? You have to force close in order for the build to complete correctly. So force close. All right, from here, just launch Kodi again. You should have the new build. If you remember correctly, I had an adult build installed initially and am installing the family build. We're going to get a message in a second here talking about FTG maintenance has detected whatever 600-800 megabytes. Do you want to delete? That is the automatic maintenance system wanting to delete unused files. Every time you get an FTG maintenance message, always say yes to the question if you want to delete. Sorry. It's my little chihuahua here sneezing over here. He's chewing on my hand. He wants attention because he's a pain in the butt. Alright, so at this point, this is me just sending you messages. Figures. Alright, do you want a FTG maintenance package folder is 586 megs. One zip file. Do you want to clean it? Yes, we want to clean it. All packages have been deleted. Good. You did your job. Alright, again, this is me just sending you messages. Nothing too major. So you can either say remind me later if you want to review this pop-up again, or dismiss if you don't want to see it. When I send a new message, you will still get the new messages. If for some chance you launch into Kodi after doing a build and it goes black screen or something weird happens, you can just hit the home button on the remote on an Amazon product, go to the settings menu, and then go to the applications menu. Go to the bottom of this menu, manage installed applications, click into that, and we're just going to find Kodi. And from here, like I said, this is generally only if you have an error opening Kodi. You can hit force stop. And this pretty much counts for any error. If you have an error opening Kodi, it won't open Kodi. This is the first thing you want to try. Hit force stop a couple times. It doesn't really show any reaction on the page. Go down to clear cache, hit clear cache. On the right hand side, about 3/4 of the way down, under the word cache, you will see that line go to 0 or 12 in some cases. You know you've completed the task correctly, and then from here, we'll just launch application again. Cache is basically a temporary file that helps things load quicker, but sometimes it doesn't help things load quicker. Hey, Harley. Alright, that's it, guys. So, fresh start. You're totally wiped out. You only have installed what is installed on this build. So, hope that was helpful.